Hi everyone. Today we are back with our series in our Zoho One Series. So we are with Zoho CRM, the complete guide. So Zoho CRM is one of the key apps of the Zoho One ecosystem, and overall, it is one of the longest or the oldest app that Zoho is offering to its customers. In today's topic, we will be covering through the Zoho CRM, and because it's a complete tool and it offers as a standalone solution as well aside from Zoho One in different packages. You can buy the basic professional or enterprise plus. You can also buy it as a package as the Zoho CRM plus. So there are multiple things that this tool offers, and I think that one, two, three, or four parts of this video won't justify the complete tool, but it will give you as an end user a certain idea about the possibilities you have with this tool and the things that this tool can do for you. So stay tuned, and we will be getting started on this, uh, like what Zoho CRM offers, different parts to it. And this series, this part video is 4-part video, so which will we will try to cover everything related to Zoho and specifically the AI part of it. So stay tuned. Let's get started. So first of all, we all know the real cost of uh, getting the CRM wrong. Let's say, by the way, CRM is customer relationship management system, and everyone knows that. But the most important thing is, what does a good CRM must have? A good CRM must have good data for it to work properly or for it to work the way it should work. The biggest problem that most businesses fail to utilize the full capacity of the CRM is basically the crux that the sales rep don't have correct data, so they spend a lot of time working on, doing manual entries and fixing data and stuff like that. Then 20 to 30% of CRM data goes into duplicates, issues, improper data. So to sort these issues, we can help. We like system offers like checks, validation rules, and build logics. We'll go through them shortly. And then most of the 90% of the failures in CRM is because of your team, because your team doesn't want to use the CRM. It becomes very difficult for the teams to properly use CRM system. And adoption is something, or change management is something that is very difficult for most companies to understand or to get value out of. And then the most important thing is that a lot of leads or businesses that are sitting there and haven't bought from you for last 7 months or a month or a 1 year, and they are potential customers, and they should be buying again from you. For example, if you sell perishable item, and if someone bought from you, they must buy back from you within 1 month. If they haven't, that means they are not happy with your product, or they are buying it from somewhere else. So you have to make sure that you have the rules and everything, and the CRM that you're using must have all those features. And the good part is Zoho CRM have everything in it. Around 250k plus users are using CRM system, and CRM is, as I said earlier, CRM is one of the key tools or apps in Zoho One ecosystem, and it is one of the most customizable and user and developer friendly application where you can pretty much customize, you name it, webhooks, API, custom scripts, macros, automations, workflows, you name it, everything. And now with Zia and MCP, it's a game changer. So Zoho CRM offers a lot of value in terms of what it can do and how it can help businesses generate more revenue and help businesses get aligned or keep growing. So the first part of this video, we will be discussing about leads, deals, and contacts. So leads and contact management, visual pipelines, accounts, and relationships. So this video would be more about settings and capabilities of the system. So this series is to give you an introduction of what capabilities or details we have in the system, and how we can utilize those details or capacity to build out our sales processes or support processes or marketing processes. So let's get into the demo of the application and how the sales pipeline, how the module works, how the module layout works, how the different parts are involved, and then how the modular structure of the CRM makes it very unique. So it helps basically businesses to modify the system according to their requirements, and it can help them expand to the next level. So let's get started. So now we are in the CRM, the one and only Zoho CRM, and one of the major apps is Zoho One. So we get to have when you first, like when you add your app, you come to the home section where you have your dashboards, reports, analytics, agents. Basically, are AI agents. So we'll come to that shortly. But these are all the modules. Like modules are basically uh, the the record keeping or record storage. So you can take modules as objects as well. So these objects have, every module has its fields that you store data in. So the most important one, because we are discussing about sales pipeline, we will start from the leads, then contacts, accounts, and deals. So I will give you a base understanding of what Zoho CRM offers as terms of leads, contacts, and accounts and deals, and how you can leverage that to your benefit and how you can modify all of that. So let's go to the settings first, because this is the capability and availability of resources that will help you modify your system. So these videos will help you understand the context of what CRM can do. In pretty much all the videos in this series would be giving a brief or giving you details about the capabilities of the system. So first of all, we have modules and fields in the customization. The good part about Zoho CRM is that everything has been structured out very well. So if you want to see what AI capabilities, you can go to the AI agent. If you want to see the developer and automations in AI, you can go to the developer hub. If you want to talk about data, you can go to data administration. If you want to talk about marketplace availability or connecting to other ecosystem solutions, you can talk to marketplace. Then you have automation, process management. We will be discussing those. And then you have security protocols, general settings, channels of communication and marketing. And then you have customization. Today, in this part one, we will be discussing about customization, because that's where the modular structure starts. So we'll click on modules and fields. So in the modules and fields, the most important thing we have is basically leads, contacts, account, deals, and tasks. Now, whenever you have an integrated form or you have something, an email parsing or those functionality, you create a lead. That lead, once goes through the process, gets converted to a contact, account, and a deal. So if we look here, there is the most important thing, lead conversion mapping, and this is a very good tool or availability of option, because when you create or convert a lead, it automatically moves the information from the lead to the relevant account, contact, and a deal, like the account, contact, and deal that it is converted to. From here, you can easily control that mapping process. It's that easy. You don't have to build out rules, or you don't have to do the manual work. It's on a click of a button. Everything from the lead will automatically move to the account, contact, and deal. Now, let's come to the main topic or main thing on the leads. Now, whatever I'm going to tell you about leads, aside from few settings, everything is pretty same in all these modular structures, along with the custom modules as well. So we are in leads, right? We have layouts. We can create multiple layouts for multiple profiles or different types. Layouts are the way you will see information, so we can have that. And we have layout rules. So if a certain field type is this, oh, like hide these certain fields. That's the layout rule. Then we have validation rule, which makes sure that whenever certain information is correct, only then store the value, like only then submit the record. If the value is empty, don't submit the record. Okay. Then you have fields. Obviously, these are important. We will come to that once we discuss the layouts. Then record locking. If certain conditions are met, lock the records until the conditions are taken. Okay. Then we have map dependency fields. So map dependency fields are that one field, when it's selected, the other field depends on it. Means if for example, the type is construction, the subtype of that field will not only show the options related to construction, right? Then you have links. If you want to access external apps, you can create links that would directly show you in the leads record page. You can click from there. Then we have buttons that are at the top of the record page, which will allow you to basically trigger functions, trigger workflows, trigger pretty much everything. Then you have the summary of the module, and that's pretty much common. If I go to context right now, I will, this layout stays the same because this is the modular structure. Even if you create a custom module, this would stay the same as it is. So there will be no specific issue or change overall. Okay, so let's move forward and go to the layout. So if we go to the standard layout, we get to have this customization option page where we can customize this whole layout. Now, the fields that you see with orange in color are the one that are custom fields. The one that you see in black are system fields. Now, this by default, when you sign up, the system gives you some options. So you can take care of those options or details from there. And if you want to create custom fields, you can create custom fields. Now, I will give you something that is unique and important. And like every field over here has certain features that you can avail. So let's say if I create a currency field, a custom field, okay, I can define a name, I can define the maximum digits, number of decimal places, rounding option, normal, round off, round up, down. Okay. Then I can display sliding scale if I want to. Okay. And then I can mark it public, like it's publicly available. I can make it required. I can say it's a personal data, so don't show it to everyone. I can inscript the field if it's like social security number or health identification numbers and stuff like that. I can also show a tooltip for people to understand what this exactly do, what this field is about. Okay, it's a static text or info icon. So info icon means question mark, and I can click on it and I can see how the information is. Now this is very unique and important. Now this is where Zoho is using its brain to use that. When you create a lead, it gives you an option to create the same field on account, contact, and deal, so that you don't have to manually go to contact, account, and deal to create that field. Because if you remember, I showed you the field mapping, okay, that map across. So whenever a lead is converted, a certain field goes to account, contact, and deal. That's exactly what is happening here. Okay, so account, contacts, and deals get converted. When a lead is converted, they get converted to account, contact, and deal. That's where this become useful. Okay, so and with this layout we have other options. And we can change the name and stuff. So okay, so we have the create option. We can create it, and then we have the quick create means. Now, quick create is a feature that is if you are creating a lead from a lookup field from somewhere else, means let's say you are creating lead uh, from a marketing page, you get a pop-up option where you click and you can quickly create a lead by quick create. So you don't have to fill in all the information. Instead, you can just fill the basic information and you should be good. And then we have the detailed view. This is the exactly detailed view page of the system. Okay. And what this does is basically you can control how you want to see the information. You can move the basic modules of the system up and down. Okay. And you can also custom the related modules. You can move up and down. Means if you want to bring something above, like if I want to bring sales IQ above campaigns, I can do that. I want to bring invited meeting below email, I can do that. I will quickly show you what that detail page looks like and how the record page looks like. Okay. That would be helpful for you guys. Now, so this was it. And then we have different details. We can add subforms. We can add like pretty much all these standard fields. Okay. And we can also have the fields that we delete generally are unused items. If we delete something from it to stay in unused, we can use it afterwards as well. Okay. Now, before I take you to the finalization of this, I want to show you something on this on the pipeline side of things. Now, pipelines are basically the sales pipeline, so you can create a custom pipeline. But there is a standard pipeline already existing in the system, so you can create a new test pipeline, for example, and then you can add these different, like these are out of box stages that system offers you by default. You can create your own stages by create new stages, and you can add the stage name, the probability, the record category, and the forecast category is basically best case, committed, closed, pipeline, whatever you want to do it. You can basically forecast category, you can assign it. And then record category is something you open, close one, close it. Like forecast category is something that basically helps the Zia and other features in the system to give you more forecasting or more predictability features. Okay, so that helps you in that way. So you can add multiple stages, you can move the stages up and down, so you can create like custom pipelines. Okay, great. So that was it. And then we have, if we talk about customization, we have visits. So visits help you basically, it's a UI feature that is introduced by Zoho to help you or like implement your SOPs to make things easy within the screen. You have pop-ups and everything. So you can, visits basically help you down that in that way. Like it takes information from you instead of you clicking for the screens. It takes like step-by-step information from you on a pop-up screen, and then that's it basically. Then we have the Kisox Studio. It's a no tool UI, like customizing the UI. So it helps you build out the processes. Like it helps you build out an SOP that involves multiple modules, and you start from one stage and you go through the whole process. So we'll be covering this in our other series of automations and AI. So we will covering Visit, Kisox Studio, functions, automations in detail basically. So because this is like a high level overview series of understanding the different tools and availability. So that's the purpose of this series. So we'll just stick to our agenda. Then we have Canvas to basically customize the UI of the pages. Okay. Then we can also customize our homepage. And when I go to Canvas, I want to show you something. This is a home view I can use. I can customize the list view. I can customize the detail view. I can customize the form view, and I can customize the print view. Canvas allow me to customize my screen, and it allows me to basically make my system look the way I want it to look. Then we have translation, which is a very good feature if you are multilingual organization and there are multiple people or multi locations around the world, and different people speak different language. So you can activate languages, and the Zoho CRM will convert or speak according to your language. Then we have templates. So templates are email template, Zoho inventory templates, and mail merge templates. Now inventory templates, why they are different than mail merge and email is because inventory requires a certain type of characteristics in the templates. So like the quotation, sales orders, and those kind of things. So inventory really helps you build out those those type of templates. So you can have line items, pricing, and those kind of things. The email templates are all the templates that goes out on email notifications and things. And mail merge are basically the most powerful thing in the CRM. One of the most powerful things in the CRM because it helps you take e-signatures, it helps you customize your SLAs, it helps you customize your contracts, it helps you curate your contracts automatically, things like that. And then you can have team spaces, which is like different teams. You can define different team spaces, and every team will be accessing the system accordingly. I will show you quickly what this looks like. This is team space, right? These are team spaces. Now we will quickly go to the test record. We'll quickly go to a test record. This is a test lead. So this is the detail page. These are the buttons. These are the links we can add. These are the related modules. And on the detail page, when we were changing the locations, we can move them up and down. We can do it from here as well. So if I move this, then the open activities would go above the attachments. We can control that, and the layout we were talking about. This is where layout get controls, and we pretty much have the details. Then these are all the related modules, and these are basically the sales IQ. We will come to this shortly. Like discuss this, so how we can control it, and yeah. And most important thing, I just want to highlight quickly on this before I close it down and move, and then we start the part 2. So this is Slack like structure, which is Click. Basically, Click allow you to integrate or be involved in communication with your other team members on the CRM. It helps you keep connected. It helps you make decisions easier. Then from here, you can see which visitors are on your website right now, and you can also change the portals like if you are multiple portals. Then you have the announcements, and then there is Zia, which allow you to make Zia announcements, field prediction, workflow attention, those kind of things. 100% of your leads are without any email follow up for the last 7 days. So that's basically kind of notifications. We will come to Zia once we discuss Zia. I will explain you further on that. So this was it in terms of like what basically system offers in terms of the CRM side. And this was specifically part one of the Zoho CRM, discussing specifically the pipelines, lead management, and walked you through the process. The next part two will be around the automation engine. So stay tuned and do watch our part two around automation engine of Zoho CRM.